So just three things I want to talk to you about tonight, and the first one is quite simple. Have you signed up? So hands up, who's heard of PrimaryBid for a start? Quite a few in the room, which is good because I've been spending marketing money sponsoring these events for a while, so that's been quite well. How many people have actually signed up on the website or on the app? A lot fewer, okay, which I'm a bit curious about. Okay, well, let me give you some good reasons why you should sign up. It's free for a start. So we all know how equity fundraising works, and traditionally, the issuer talks to a broker, the broker talks to institutions, and a secondary offer happens, typically at a discounted price. Unfortunately, you guys don't tend to get involved. And retail investors really, the common theme we hear from our investors is the frustration about companies that they already own shares in, raising new money. You wake up in the morning, announcement's gone out, more money's been raised, you had no opportunity to invest. Well, now you do. So you sign up on PrimaryBid, it's free to join. We engage with the retail investors, so we are building a network of retail investors on our website and via our app. And we then talk to the brokers and the companies, and when they're doing placings and offers, we do it through them and you get it through us. And you get the same price as institutions. And the good news about it is there's no commission. So you've got really no reason not to sign up. It's free to join. And if you want to subscribe, it doesn't cost you anything other than obviously the investment in the shares. So we think we add real value to the equity raising process at the moment on AIM. And with us, both companies and brokers and yourselves are better engaged, and we're really tapping into this pool of capital. 60% of secondary shares sold on AIM are through retail investors, but the vast majority is in the secondary market and not through any secondary new share issues, and that's what we're trying to change. The last 4 transactions we've done have all been multi-million. So the biggest one we did, speaking later on, Sound Energy, we helped them raise 27 million last November. A week later, literally, Mobile Stream's broker rang up and said, just seeing what you've done with Sound, think it's fantastic, want to engage my users, can we do it with you? And a week later, we raised 2.2 million for them. And then this year, Ascent Resources, which you all probably know, we raised 3 million for them in February. And then who was here a few weeks back when Vasari and Neil Ricketts presented? And Neil and I had a chat, we had a conversation, and 10 days later, we raised money for them. The average discount to market is 18%. So you're investing in new shares, but you're getting them at a discount to the market. On average, the deals through us are oversubscribed. The company goes out with a target they're looking to raise, but they will take more if there's more available. And the minimum investment on PrimaryBid is £1,000, and the maximum is set by the company depending on the transaction. The maximum has been about 80,000. That was one. You have to pay with a debit card. So if you can put 80,000 on a debit card, we'd like to hear from you. And lots of people like you are doing it. There's no reason why you shouldn't. We've got users all over the UK, as far north as Stornoway in Scotland, as far south as Jersey, and we had some people join from Northern Ireland a few weeks back. So it really is a very broad base that we're building. And we're winning awards. So last year, at the end of November, we won the FinTech Now winner from Oliver Wyman. And then this week, so I have to mention a competitor to our shares, but ADVFN awarded us Best Newcomer, which we're very, very happy to receive. So there really is no reason why you shouldn't get involved. So the second thing, once you are involved, spread the word. The way the platform works, you can just be responsive and we'll offer you whenever deals that we can put your way. But you can also, on the site, you can watch companies, you can bid on companies and say, if this company does raise funds at this price, this is how much I would put in. So we're building up latent demand, which helps us generate some placings as we go out and talk to companies. So the more people that join the platform and get involved, the more chance of us being able to offer a placing or an offer in a company that you're interested in. Our current investor base think we're great, which is nice to hear. We did some research recently and some lovely quotes after we've done events. Quotes from CEOs like Colin at Ascent Resources, quotes on the bulletin boards who are always full of chatter about PrimaryBid and the raises that we've done. And the word cloud here, just some nice phrases that our customers used about us in the research. It really is a unique service. We do think we're almost reinventing how capital fundraising is happening on the AIM market. And it's working really, really well. So Visarion, as I said, we met with Neil here a few weeks back. He was looking to raise £1 million. We put the offer out, and these offers tend to happen outside market hours, not always. Sound actually went out during the market on a Thursday, opened at 7 in the morning, closed at 5. Visarion wanted to do it over a weekend, so we announced it at 4:30 on a Friday. The offer was, in theory, open until 5 p.m. on the Sunday. But the demand was so strong, by Saturday evening, we had to take it down because the company couldn't take more than £1.5 million in that particular raise. So it was really, really encouraging for Neil and his team to see the demand for that company. So the third thing, sign up, share with your friends, get them to sign up. And then thirdly is take part. Obviously, you have to want to invest in the companies that are on offer, but typically because they're at a discount, even if it's a company you've never heard of, then you may want to take a punt on a particular company because you can see it raising money. Obviously, all the information about the company is in the domain. You can read about it on the share rooms and then choose to get involved and subscribe. So what we are looking to do, at the moment, if you subscribe on PrimaryBid, you have to use a debit card there and then. So we take the money, we don't allow you to do it on credit. And a lot of customers come to us and say, well, I want to take part. I've got funds sitting in my Hargreaves Lansdown account or my Barclays account. Can I use that? And unfortunately, you can't. You need to use debit card at the moment. However, we are building relationships with those brokers. And so, for example, the first one happened as part of the Visarion deal. If you were a member of ShareDeal Active or xo.co.uk from Jarvis, you could actually subscribe from those websites and use funds already in that account. And we're talking to all the major brokers to build that out. Yes, that's exactly how it happens. So we are an execution-only platform. So you place a subscription for an offer, and then when we get the shares from the company, which is typically 5 days later, we then settle them onto your brokering account wherever you hold your shares. Well, that depends on the company. So they're typically, there's usually a discounted market. The Visarion offer, for example, they went out at 15 pence per share, which is only about 6% discount to the closing price that day. But they're currently trading, I think, 18 or 19 pence, so they're up. But it's really down to the company and the broker to set the price of the offer.
How much was Sound Energy?
Sound 81, wasn't it? Yeah, you actually went at market, didn't you? You were closing price. Yeah. So. The largest discount we had, Mobile Streams in December, they had a 50% discount to the closing price. Well, unfortunately, we list every AIM company on the website, so you can follow any AIM company, but we can't give you any information in advance of who might be raising next because that's price-sensitive information. And so that's why you need to sign up. If you sign up on the website, when an offer comes out, we'll email you. If you sign up with the smartphone app, we'll send a push notification direct to your phone. So as soon as the offer is announced, you will get notified that there's an offer to take part in. So it's a good question. I wish it was an easy answer. So if it's a placing, shares in the placing according to HMRC are not eligible for ISA or SIP. But what we've found is there's been a development of the past 4 deals we've done haven't been strictly a placing, they've been an offer for subscription, which are eligible for an ISA or a SIP. So that's the first step out the way. So yes, hopefully they are eligible. Then the problem is your provider, so let's say Barclays or Hargreaves Lansdown, what their rules are about accepting share transfers in and then transferring into an ISA. So typically they won't allow you to transfer directly into an ISA, but if you have an additional account, you can transfer into that and then transfer into the ISA, in theory. So all we would advise you is just talk to your provider before you invest and say this is what you want to do. Now with the Jarvis websites where we're now integrated, they are offering you can do it from them and it will go straight into your ISA and your SIP. Well, the USP is these are transactions that you typically can't get access to through your normal broker. So if you wanted to take part in a follow-on placing from Sound Energy, for example, typically your broker wouldn't offer that to you.